It's time again to recap the latest news from the solar PV industry, compiled by the American Solar Energy Society. I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com, and this is the news from the solar industry for the week of June 2nd. Now, according to a recent study by the University of Michigan, the value of existing rooftop solar installations may increase by as much as 19 to 25%. Now, the rise in value is due to increased demand on on-site electricity brought on by global warming. Now, the logic of this study is as follows. The higher the temperatures, the more air conditioning is going to be used within these buildings. The more air conditioning means the increased electrical demand for the facility. The more the demand, the higher the price of electricity. And the higher the price of electricity, the greater the value is for existing solar installations. Now, the study projects a 40 to 100% increase in household cooling electrical demand load over the coming decades. Now, Germany is experiencing some growing pains in the rush to wean itself from Russia's natural gas for its electrical generation. Apparently, the nation has installed more generating capacity from solar than it actually needs to consume during warmer summer months. Now, last year, Germany actually installed 14.28 gigawatts of power. Now, that's more than double what it installed in 2022. So the capacity for the German grid has gone to 81.7 gigawatts of installed solar. But in the summer months, the electrical demand for this is only about 52 gigawatts. So without sufficient energy storage capacity on the grid, which it doesn't currently have, what they're finding is that when the sun is not shining, like for instance in the evening or at nighttime, the average wholesale price for electricity on the German grid is around 70.6 euros, which is right at around $76 a megawatt hour. But when the sun is shining and the solar arrays are producing, because of the increased supply, the cost actually plummets to right at around 9.1 euros, or just under $10 per megawatt hour, which is actually a price that is below the cost of production for these facilities. The U.S. nuclear industry is looking to data centers as its last best hope for survival. Now, last year, only the second reactor came online that's been constructed within the past 30 years or so in the U.S., and its completion was not without significant problems. The cost overruns and delays experienced by the Vogtle Unit 3 reactor that's located near Augusta, Georgia, makes it the most expensive power plant ever built on planet Earth. Now, in 2009, when this project was commenced, it was estimated that the 2.5 gigawatt reactor would be operational by 2016 at a cost of $14 billion. Now, the timeline and the cost more than doubled during installation, coming in at a cost of around $35 billion, or about 14 times the cost of a comparably sized solar farm. Now, at this point, no other nuclear plants are under construction in the U.S. outside of this Georgia facility expansion. So as the industry slowly dies, it's looking to data centers and the advancement of small modular nuclear reactors for its salvation. Now, data centers currently consume about 4% of the nation's electricity. With the growth of AI, they're projected that the demand from data centers will soar and require about 9% or more of the nation's power by 2030. Now, such demand places huge strains on the already stretched power grid, causing utilities to push for companies such as Google, Microsoft, or Amazon to cover the cost of grid expansion. Now, as a result, tech companies have proposed a new rate structure at a recently concluded White House summit on domestic nuclear deployment, aimed at lowering the long-term costs of small nuclear as well as long-duration storage projects. Now, to date, only one company's small modular nuclear power plant design, and this is called NuScale, has received approval from the U.S. Regulatory Commission. But late last year, it canceled its pilot project in Utah after experiencing cost overruns in excess of 58%, as well as significant delays. And in a sign that solar turf wars continue, the California Contractor State Licensing Board has approved new rules last week that prohibit solar contractors from installing new battery systems to existing solar installations, even if that solar installer installed the solar installation in the first place. Now, these rules, which may go in effect as early as fall of this year, require that all battery systems be installed by licensed electricians. As expected, this rule is strongly opposed by the California Solar and Storage Association. And that is the news from the solar industry for this week. We'll see you next week.